Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Starmourn. It's been a long time since our last video, about a year, maybe more. Anyway, we're going to re-kickstart the series, and this video is going to be about setting up the client, the web client, which is also called Nexus, with some stuff that I cannot play without personally. A lot of these are third-party packages made by the community, and they make our lives a heck of a lot easier. So with no further ado, let's get started. Hello everybody, here we are in Nexus, and first up you may be wondering, how did I get my map to be so big? Well, a little trick in Nexus, you can actually right click each tab and you can say move tab to the different areas. So let's say if we want our quests to be in the bottom left, we can do so. I personally like having a really big map. It also helps when you're doing space flights because you get a larger map. So I usually do a setup, we'll do bottom right, I usually do a setup like this. You can also move these around in different order, so the tabs appear in a different order. This is just like how I like to physically set up my UI. So you basically have your top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right, and main. You can also send tabs into the central screen, and they'll tab here. I don't like doing that. I like keeping the main output in the middle. But yeah, that's just to let you know that is an option. Now, we're going to move on to the packages that were mentioned in the intro. So what are these packages and where do I get them? In the link in the description, I will send a link to the official Starmourn Discord. If you are not a member yet of the Discord, I highly recommend you join it. There is a channel there called Nexus Script Library, and in that channel you'll see a bunch of different third-party packages made by the community, and highly recommend checking out the Discord. Lots of discussion about the game, active community, great discussion, a lot of fun. Now, once you download the packages from Nexus Script Library, you can you download a file, ends in .nxs. That tells you that it is a Nexus package. You can click this button, Settings. I already have this open. Click this button, Settings. Brings you to Nexus Client Settings. Then head over to Reflex Packages and click here or drop a file with the Reflex package to load it in. So you just drop your package into here, your .nxs, and head over to Reflexes, and you can confirm indeed that you have these different packages in here. It'll also show up here. I already have all these packages installed that I'm going to talk about, so we won't worry about that. So, if a package doesn't work immediately once you install it, it's supposed to load it once you install the package, but I find this to be a little bit inconsistent. So you can either exit out of play.starmourn.com and reload it, or you can type this handy little trick called onload. That's O-N-L load. When you do this, it's going to reload all the packages that you have installed, and yeah, it's just a shortcut to reloading your entire client. So after that, it should load your packages. The first package that we want to talk about is this Eden Mapper. If it didn't load like this, you can try also nmap and then /m. This is another way to force the mapper to get going. And what the mapper does is it lets you pathfind to anywhere in the sector. What that means is, so for instance, you might be familiar with the landmarks command. This is basically each area will have some landmarks, and it will let you walk to the different locations, and it uses the in-game Pathfinder to do so, using this walk to blank command. Every single room every single room has a unique number, This is, for instance, 4421, and you can also specify those. So let's say I move away. If I walk to 4421, it's going to bring us back to that room. Now, what a global pathfinder allows you to do is walk to any of these numbers. So if we type PG4421, it'll take us right there, and it actually takes us faster. It's faster because it's aware of your character's move speed. Now let's say I want to go to Omni. You can't just walk to Omni. You're not able to find a path to that location. We're not able to walk to any landmarks in Omni. We're not able to go to our Battle Master. Let's say we want to go to our Battle Master. We can instead type PG. I'm a scoundrel, so I'm just going to go PG scoundrel. And it's going to take us through all of the transport crafts, do all of the special commands required to get us there. And I'm not actually going to go there. I'm going to type mstop in order to stop us from going there. We can still go to Omni. Let's go PG Omni. That is sort of the basic function of the Pathfinder. You can also do things like RF. If you're looking for a room and you can't remember what it is, but you're pretty sure it includes a hangar, you can do RF hangar, and you can see all the rooms called hangar, or with hangar in the title. Most of the areas at the start have what are called map aliases. So Mirror Lake, Dregs, Old Town, Coriolis, all of these have Usum have aliases, so we can do PG Usum. Not all areas have aliases like this, where it just recognizes the name of it. So you'll have to use this RF feature. I believe you can also do AF. Yeah, you can do AF to see different areas by that name, but it's not quite as useful. And the other thing you can do is you can actually set aliases yourself. So when you get somewhere and you want to return to it easily in another session, you can do map alias set. Let's do a different room because this already has a map alias. Map alias set Usum2 here. Map alias Usum2 set to vnum 4426. This matches this number 4426. This is the unique identifier for this room. Let's say we go back to Usum. Brings us to the arrival station, and then we can go PE Usum 2. And they can't have numbers in them. It has to be, there has to be no numbers. That's a little bit of a glitch. Map alias set Usum 2. Here. How about that? PE Usum 2. That works. That's it for the Pathfinder. The next one I want to talk about is the Nexus Community Basher. This is an open source project hosted on GitHub that I got going very recently. And what it does is it allows you to hunt, kill mobs with great ease. The main feature of this package is that it works no matter what lessons you have invested in your character. This is a new character, so he has very few skills. Nexus Basher knows about this. It reads all your skills when it loads, and it chooses a hunting rotation that is sort of in line with what skills you have, and is optimal with what skills you have. There may be bugs with it still. It's quite new, so please do use it and test it, and we can all make it better together. It's open source. If you're coding at all, if you're a coder, then you can also contribute to it, and or even if you don't code and you notice a few things, you can make a pull request, and I can review it. So how does this basher work? We basically have if we type mb help, it'll show you all the different all the different things you can do with NB, the most important stuff is NB go. Nexus Basher now enabled. I actually have this set to F2, so these buttons here, F2, and the other one is NBK, which I have set to F1. These buttons are over here. Buttons, button 1, F1, NBK, button 1, F2, NB go. You can name this something else. Basher go, save, and Basher kill. This is sort of the name of the button, and this is the actual command that the button sends. So when we come over here, it says now Basher kill, Basher go. So we're going to Basher go, we're now enabled, and then we're going to F1 Basher kill. And what this package is going to do is it's going to select a hunting rotation that is the most optimal for you, and it's going to cycle through all the mobs in the room and kill them all. And so let's just wait for this to happen. We have our scoundrel here, so it's just using crackshot for now, and it's reloading with quick load every single time my bullets are out. Now if you type NB help again, there's some information. If we want to ignore a specific mob, let's say we're in a new bashing area and some mobs are still too strong for us, let's say we NB ignore a yellow feathered spider axe. Okay, you're now ignoring a yellow feathered spider axe until you're ignoring blah blah blah. So now if we try Basher kill, it'll say there's no mobs here. And indeed here it should only kill the mouse. There are indeed sometimes when you enter a new area, some mobs are still a little bit too strong for you, so this is just a quick, easy way to, for the session, not forever, ignore hitting that mob. Some other things you can do with this, there's NB config. There's a bunch of different configs that you can play around with, and you can go config help to learn about how to set up your configs. There's also NB add mob. So if the let's do something here. This is not going to go well for me, but let's do NB add mob. NB doesn't recognize Katagamath as a valid bashing target. So let's say we do want to kill this mob. We can do, okay, Katagamath has been added to NB for this session. We can go NB K. And now, oh gosh, we're going to get squished, aren't we? Yeah, we're dead. That's fine. Yeah, so that's everything there is to know about Nexus Basher, at least for now. It's a really powerful, robust basher, and I recommend using it, and your hunting will be very much simpler. So the last one I want to talk about is NDB, and again, go to Nexus script library in the Discord in order to get it. Here it is, .ndb, name database. How this works is you type NDB, and it starts, it loads NDB into the game, and what this does is, let's just wait for ourselves to reclone, but Starmourn has a character API, so there's a web page that hosts structured data on all of the characters that are currently online. And this package leverages that API in order to get a little bit more information and do some cool things. So in order to force NDB to update, you can do QWF, quick who force, complete retrieve E06 records. And now we see that there are E6 people, and they are indeed colored based upon the faction they are in. We also get additional information, so DB, for instance, Milo, will tell us that they are a level 75 fairy, which we don't get if we go honors Milo. So, that's NDB. that is all the ones I wanted to talk about. Another one I wanted to address, there are some ones for space. There's also slicer tools for hacking. We'll talk about space ones and hacking ones in videos about space and hacking. Yeah, that's pretty much to it. That's pretty much all there is to it. We'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure when that'll be, but I do want to get into each class and talk a little bit more about what you should be learning in what order of priority in order to hunt effectively. I want to talk about hacking. I want to talk about ships and doing incursions. There's a lot to talk about. There's so much in the game, so there's no shortage of content. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Take care, Sector.